Hi, you must have heard that we all live in this VUCA world, which is very volatile, uncertain, and continuously changing. It's full of chaos, full of disruptions. This seems like it scares a lot of people, but I think it's a fantastic opportunity. The clock speed of all the industries that we operate in, whether it's the truck business, whether it's the mobile business, or whether it is any other business, FMCG or pharmaceuticals, the pace of change driven by Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, and many such digital avenues has disrupted our life significantly, but in a positive way. The opportunity that it provides for businesses is immense. If we don't focus on these opportunities, we could be relegated to complete extinction. So as such, businesses have to constantly rethink ways. Just imagine, 30 years ago, it was the AT&Ts of this world who were ruling the roost. Then 20 years ago, then it was always the Nokia and Siemens and Ericssons who were doing that. 10 years ago, it started the Samsung and iPhones, the smartphone wave. I believe the future, the next 10 years or so, will depend on those people who create the mobility and use the mobility to create apps that will help each of us improve the productivity. Like that, every aspect of business is changing. The trucking business, which seems to be very boring for many people, we are going to go from Euro 4 to Euro 6 in 3 years, whereas it has taken 10 in many parts of the world. Instead of making linear products, we're going to go to modular. Instead of making internal combustion engines for nearly 100 years, we might be going more and more towards electric and battery operated vehicles or hybrid vehicles. So as such, there are tremendous changes that are happening, and if businesses don't look at this disruption as an opportunity, they will fail. If businesses look at this as a pain in the neck, they will fail. The most successful businesses will be those who look at these disruptions as an opportunity and leverage them to create continuously a competitive advantage. Now, HR plays a very important role in this. I can't suddenly change all the 2,000 people or 5,000 people that I have. So we need to continuously renew ourselves with either new talent or new training or through new leadership development, because historically a functional excellence or a functional leader would do. But today, everybody inside a company must think like an entrepreneur. So how do you take the existing set of people that you have? How do you retool them into thinking like business leaders, into thinking like entrepreneurs? At the same time, what policies do we set so that we inculcate new talent as and where needed so that the company continues to renew itself? For this, the first set of people who need to understand and renew themselves are the HR people themselves. If the HR people remain in the past and saying all I do is hire, build a pipeline, do leadership development, performance management system, that is hygiene. What the HR people need to now say is, where is this business going in 5 years? What are the disruptions affecting our businesses over the next 5 years? What kind of people will I require over the next 5 years? How do I set up a pipeline of those kind of people which I have never heard of before? Or along with that, how do I take my existing set of people who have operated in a certain manner, belong to a certain kind of philosophies, and retool them, train them, not just in terms of new technologies, but also to think like an entrepreneur. It's a fantastic opportunity for HR to drive this change. Ultimately, whether it is technology or processes or whatever it is, people drive the change. And the people who need to be driving this change have to be selected and trained by the HR professionals. So great opportunity for HR professionals worldwide. I think the pace of change has multiplied by 10x, and that is the pace at which the HR professionals also need to think. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.